Alright, welcome back. This, at least at the moment, will be the final video of the EDM creation series, and I just wanted to give you an example of what a finished track might look like. This is another one that I've done, which I had a different melody for, and you'll notice very similar aspects. So we start off with just our pluck melody and our block chords. As we go to the drop, we cut just before the last clap. By the way, we've added our pads, and we add a crash when we go into the drop. When the drop happens, we have just one part of the melody, and then we add the other parts as it goes on later. You'll notice also that I've added the chords with rhythm, so I've gone those quavers in the whole drop to make it a little bit more interesting. I've added this little clap section here to kind of add to the emphasis where we add these other parts in. That's also a way to kind of build anticipation for this further section. You'll notice I have a lot of different tracks over here, and you'll find out why in just a second. So the ARPs get added in the after the 16th bar, so we've gone basically an extra long drop to kind of make it more interesting. So we've done that, and then as we do that, we've gone a build up and then kind of a white noise effect, which are just from the loops, because we can't create our own with the limitations of Soundtrap. So we've done that, and then we're kind of everything falls away except for the chords. And what I've done with these chords, just so you know, I've gone in and I've gone into the effects section, and I've gone into adding a filter. What I've done is I've basically cut out all of the high frequencies, and so there's a limitation, and I gradually build up. So that was the first one, this is the second one. So I gradually build up the limitation that is put on the chords, so then it slowly builds in and kind of builds the anticipation that way. We've also added some more ARPs in to build up, and so we've gradually done that. And then we do a second build up, very important, and then a second drop, and then you kind of let it fade away into nothingness with the melody cutting out after a while. So we're just going to play this for you, and this is your example of what a finished copy might look like. As it plays, I might scroll a little bit so you can see what's going on. Here we go. Sorry, from the start. So the clap builds up. What I forgot to mention in the other video is that you should just have the kick drum for the first 8 bars or so, and then you add the snare and hats. So everything falls away. These have filtered. These have a high pass filter. So we're in the build up again. Remember, we had the breakdown in this middle section. Now we're building up, still building up. Alrighty, and so by finishing with the kick and the crash, it kind of finishes it out. As you may have heard, I forgot to mention that in the previous video series that you don't actually want the snare drum and the hi-hat until 8 bars into the drop, because it kind of gives you another gear to change into. If you already have these, then you're already in 5th gear, you have nowhere to go. So the filters, all of that jazz. After watching this video series, you should be feeling fairly confident in how to create an effective electronic dance music song in Soundtrap. I'd like you to give it a go, if you haven't already, to create your own melody and perhaps choose a different chord progression from this chord progression sheet, so that you can create your own original piece. Right, best of luck and all the best.